talked yesterday or the other day about some things you needed to work on, footwork, fundamentals, that kind of thing. What specifically are you trying to get better at right now?
Just overall player, overall better leader, quarterback, and just the fundamentals of the game and the technique of playing the quarterback position and just different things like that. And just there's always something to better my game at, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Deshaun, this is such a quick turnaround from the national title game. When did the sting kind of wear off and you're focusing to next season?
I mean, we took a week and a half break, and I guess that time, and then once workout started back, it's always going to be in the back of my mind because we're so close, and I thought we were, the better teams, but, just short on time and short on plays. But, at the end of the day, we got to move on and try to accomplish it this year.
What's it like having Mike back out there?
It's great. It's fun to have his leadership and his skill set back on the field, and he's been working hard and trying to get back, back focused and back playing his game.
What are some of the things that you're trying to do to be a better leader? Some specifics.
Take control of the whole team and just do things, just being myself and it's just so much I can't really just really work on just being myself and leading by example and just knowing the ins and outs of this program and this offense and just the whole team.
You were, a freshman not too long ago now. Now you're one of the upperclassmen. Have you seen some of the new guys walk on here and kind of, do something a little silly that you're kind of just thinking like, man, I did that just a couple years ago?
Not so far. Most of the new guys, freshmen and mid-year role, he's been, pretty focused doing the things that Coach Sweeney and all the, people that surround him been asking him to do. And, they've just been, staying focused, trying to learn and adapt to the environment. And they've been good so far.
Is it nice to be able to go through spring ball this year?
Yeah. It's been a year since I've been, in spring ball. So, it's been good so far.
You have the season you had last year, first FBS quarterback, pro, run for that many yards. What can you get better at? I mean, and especially when you have these many weapons coming back this year, is it feasible to think you guys can even be better on offense this year?
Of course. We can eliminate the stats we had, the turnovers, the penalties. We can capitalize on more plays. Receivers can catch more balls. I can hit more, receivers, in the route running. Wayne and I can, break and find better holes. So there's always something that we can get better at. It's not a perfect team, and that's what we're striving to be, perfect. But, it takes everyone to be on the same page and everyone to do the same thing.
Did you or coaches find any kind of theme with interceptions, especially in the first half of the season, just how they happen, why they happen?
I mean, it's overall just the offense and just the coaches. And then, teams make good plays, and that's how it is. Everyone is, we had a lot of interceptions, but at the end of the day, when we look back on the previous years, it was the same amount, everyone else had. So, it's something we can learn on and try to fix. But, at the end of the day, it was everyone on the offense and the coaching staff that, had a part of that.
You probably knew going into last season what kind of skill players you had. What about the offensive line and how that's all changed in the last 12 months?
We're going to be fine. We're very skillful, very smart. A lot of guys up there played before. A lot of guys are motivated and competitors. So,
as far as the offensive line being more sturdy and trusted going into a season compared to last year?
I mean, we trusted them last year too. It was, you guys that the media thought that they weren't going to be that good, and we knew from the get-go that they were going to be fine, and we knew that. That's why we, started off so good. That's why we were running. When we had to run the ball, we can run the ball. When we had to pass the ball, we can do that too. So.
Who in the offensive line steps up and takes claims leadership role?
Who
in the offensive line steps up and takes your leadership role up there?
I mean, yeah, Tyrone Crowder can step up. Taylor Hearn. It just depends. A lot of guys up there competing. And it's just whoever the coaches trust and whoever works the best and work the hardest. But at the end of the day, we can rotate a lot of guys, and a lot of guys are gonna, get a lot of playing time. So whoever they feel comfortable with it, going into the season.
Do you set any kind of abstract goals for yourself going into next season as far as All-American or?
I always set new goals. I always set goals for, myself. For this team, for this offense. And I always strive to be, the best ever, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Try to, be the best, achieve this award, but at the end of the day, take care of the wins on Saturdays, and everything else is going to take care of itself.
Deshaun, you're not a guy that loses a lot. In fact, it's the first time you lost as a starter since you've been here in national title games. The fact that that loss comes with the longest break that you can possibly have up until next season, I mean, how are you dealing with it? Does it sting worse than you thought? I mean, just kind of give us an inside look there.
It was, it stings every time you think about it. Being so close to, winning that championship. But, you just move on from it. You learn from it, and we're going to get better from it. We watched the game film a couple times and try to correct the mistakes that we did, and that's what we're going to do. So we've experienced that, and now that we know how it feels to lose, we want to be on the winning side.
You personally have been there in high school as far as getting to that championship round. So what does it take for a football team, and how is it different to reload, rebuild to try to get back there the next year?
It's hard. It's a new team, new year. Everyone's striving to do the same thing. So, you have to go 10 times harder than the year before to get back there. And especially with, what we brought to the table last year, and everyone respect us, and what we brought to the national championship, all eyes are going to be on us and what we can do. But, we can just focus on us and take care of our game. And if we do that and don't get distracted, I think we can be up, for the challenge again.
How much is it? Does that almost make it easier that when you're in these kind of practices where it's still spring, not even a summer ball yet, where you can encourage guys, finish sprints, go a little harder, because it's going to take that extra inch to get over that hump?
Always. Each and every day counts. Each rep, everything you do, counts. The way you, go into class, the way you eat, the way you work out, the way you watch film, the little things. If you go out and someone else is watching film, everything counts. So, every little thing that you do matters, going into the season and working out. And we only have, 9 months. And you probably heard Chris Sweeney say that 9 months before we get that result. So, every little thing that you do counts.
What's it mean to have Jordan and Wayne back? And what was your reaction when you found out they were going to return?
I was, of course, excited. But, they told me from the get-go that, they were going to come back, before the Natty game. And, so I knew ahead of time. And, I just wanted the best for them and whatever they were comfortable with and whatever their heart was telling them to really do. So, they came back and want to, achieve that goal just like I do.
A few of us were in San Francisco covering Cam and the Panthers in the Super Bowl, and that storyline with you and him kept getting played up. And have you talked to him since that Super Bowl loss? Is there anything you guys can relate to each other? Because you both got to that championship game, came up a little short.
I've talked to him, but we didn't really talk about the games. We just always have a regular conversation. Whenever we talk, we don't really talk too much about football. We just try to focus on our relationship and how the family's doing and what's been going on. So that's pretty much. We haven't really mentioned too much about our losses in the title games.
Is it Deion's choice to go out and throw after practice?
Oh, it's both of ours. I wanted to make sure that he was staying comfortable and in rhythm with me, and he wanted to do the same thing. So just get a little work when we can.
You get Mike and Artavis back. You're going to have Deion back this year. A guy like Hunter Renfrow blows the doors off the place at the national title game. I mean, how much talent does this team have? I mean, are you going to be able to get the ball around to enough players?
Yeah, that's the thing about our offense. We're not selfish. It doesn't matter who makes the plays. Everyone is going to celebrate with each other and make sure that we motivate each other. So, whoever has the ball is going to be able to make the plays. At each position, and even the guys that aren't starting can make plays like Trey, Ray, Deion, and I bet some of the freshmen that are coming in that's going to compete in the fall camp can probably make plays. So it's going to be real fun and interesting that to see going into the season.
Last question.
You got here as a freshman, all the attention kind of got bumped up to another level. You almost won the Heisman this year. You almost won the national championship. Now the attention's even on another level. A lot of people are saying you could be the #1 pick in the NFL draft if you decide to leave next year. Have you felt that yet? Is life changing again with more of the spotlight on you?
Yeah, life is changing, of course. But that's just like the outside of the environment that I'm in and people, the way people treat me and look at me. is really changing. But the inside of myself is not. I'm still gonna be Deshaun Watson regardless of how much attention I get and how much I don't. And whatever happens, next year is gonna happen. But at the time being, I'm gonna enjoy my time here and and be a Clemson Tiger and just have fun with it.
Thanks, Deshaun. Thanks, Deshaun.